this podcast, I want to, I'm going to be doing a book review. Now, some of you may have heard of this book series. And there's not really a name for the book series. I guess this is the name of the first book of the series. But it's called A Girl in Pieces. Now, in my opinion, if I was to recommend this series for a certain age group, I'd probably say like middle school to high school, like 14, 15 on up. And I'm not saying that because I'm dissing it or in any way, but it's not for young readers, I should say. I read it, the first book. I haven't read the whole series yet. I'm going to do reviews on each book, first, second, and third. But in the first book, Girl in Pieces, it was a little triggering for me. I finished it and I loved the book. I love it. But it was triggering for me because of the stuff in my past from when I was a teenager and the stuff I went through with my family and going from home to home. And I wasn't an orphan in no way, but I was a troubled teen, more or less. And the suicide and the self-harm and the sex, the abuse, the drugs. Well, I've never really done any drugs except for alcohol. That I've only done like underage drinking and stuff. But anyway, it's a lot to take in, and I think the author, Kathleen Glasgow, what's her name? Glasgow? Yeah. I think I read a little entry about her in the back of the book, on the first book, and something else somewhere. Like, apparently she's gone through this too, some of it. So she's wrote these books based on experience, you could tell. And it's real. Suicide's real. Self-harm is real. Addiction can start very, very young. And it's important to address these things when it happens. I love the fact that she gives these readers in these books numbers to call, like a suicide hotline and self-harm prevention and like an addiction phone number or something like that. Like she knows, and I love that about her because that makes me feel better. Like, damn, she knows what it's like to self-harm. She knows what it's like to have it rough and feel lonely and unwanted and unloved. So I recommend this book 10 out of 10 for teenagers. Like, it has some cuss words in it, and it has mentions of rape and sex trafficking and stuff like that. So I wouldn't recommend it for anyone under the age of 15. Just saying. But I give the first book a 5 out of 5 stars. Like a 5-star rating. Because it was triggering, but it was so freaking good. I did cry and I did get upset and angry throughout the book. But I've also matured since I was a teenager, so it didn't really hurt me in a way that it would have. Because it would have brought up raw, old, past feelings, and it could have started a whole new chain reaction. It could have been bad. But this is a very powerful book, and I think people need to read this series. Like, even guys. I mean, this book, the first book seems to be based on a girl, but she meets these different guys who are going through some stuff, who like drug use. They're living on the streets. Like, it doesn't happen to just teenage girls. It happens to teenage boys too. I'll recommend this to all genders, whatever that may be. It's pretty intense. I'm on the second book right now, and I'll review that when I'm done. But I highly recommend reading the first book, Girl in Pieces by Kathleen Glasgow. I think you guys will like it. It's really good. Yeah, I think Girl in Pieces was written to be like suicide awareness, self-harm awareness, like to open people's eyes, saying, hey, whoever you are, you're not alone. We'll be there for you. You're in good hands. Keep your head up. Thank you guys for listening, and I will talk to you in the next one.